Okay, we got a chilly, snowy day in Colorado here. Yes, the end of March, it's snowing. Some of our best snowstorms come in April and May, so you get used to it. With that being said, I think I'm going to do some baking today. But to tell you the truth, this is something that I've never really had much success until I developed this recipe. So, very simple. I'm making a cracker today. Yes, crackers. Very simple ingredients. Oat flour, of course. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this gluten-free. I've got almond flour. I've got a little more oat flour for rolling out. The other ingredients I've got, a little bit of flavor. I've got some fennel. I got 2 tablespoons of fennel here. 3/4 of a cup of each of the oat flour and the almond flour. More flavor. 1/2 cup of Parmesan. Of course, salt, and we'll throw some pepper in there too. Oh, we got 2 more ingredients. We'll get to them. Actually, we're gonna get to one of them now. Butter. I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. That's gonna go in here. The other ingredient, about 2 more ingredients. I've tried this a couple of times. I've really tried to make this without using the chemistry kit. Unfortunately, it's not working. So, I'm gonna break out the chemistry set. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Now, I've tried to stay away from xanthan gum in the past for one reason. I feel it has a slimy texture to it. So, that's why. So, let's get these seeds going. Now, these seeds are nasty little boogers to chomp down on, especially if you're having some, well, issues with your dentist, as I do. So I'm going to get them in this mortar and pestle. Since I'm adding salt into the mix anyways, just a pinch, I might as well use it to help grind up the fennel. Okay, not quite a fine powder, but that's what I want. I want it to have a little bit of bite. Oh, by the way, I got the oven on at 400 degrees. Okay, let's get that in here. Got the butter. 4 tablespoons of butter. And we might as well throw in the pepper. And the Parmesan. And I'm just going to use my fingers. I've cleaned my hands today. And work the butter into the flours. Okay, it's time to add our last ingredient, water, and then we'll start rolling this out. But we need to think about rolling this out. It's going to be very difficult to get a very thin piece of dough from the board to the pan. So why don't I roll it out on, I'm going to cook it on a silicone mat. I might as well roll it out on the silicone mat also. And I'm going to do that, but you're not going to want to use one of these to cut the crackers on this. So I'm going for a duller method. Not too sharp, but sharp enough to get through the dough. Let's get the water in here, and we'll start rolling this out. I've got a 1/4 cup of water, a little bench flour. I'm using oat flour, of course. And let's knead this just a little bit to make sure that everything's incorporated. Okay, this is a little bit under 1/8 of an inch, you know, a couple millimeters. Let's cut. Okay, they're cut out. You could dock these if you want. I don't think I need to. But before it goes in, I'm going to sprinkle some kosher salt on top. You could use sea salt if you want. As much or as little as you like. And these are going to go into a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes is when I'm going to check them. I'll be back then. Okay, I checked them after about 15 minutes, and they needed a few more minutes. So 18 minutes total cooking time. Now to get these off and onto a cooling rack. These have to cool completely and actually sit for a bit because you want them to dry out, and that's what's going to get them nice and crisp. But I'm going to spread these out first just to make sure that they're not touching. That will speed in their crisping up. Hey, I'm back. These things have cooled completely, and they've crisped up nicely. One little trick, if you don't think, maybe an hour or so at room temperature, they're not crisping up quite right, throw them in a low oven, just for a few more minutes. Like warm up the oven to about 200 or so, and then turn it off, and then throw them in there, and just let them crisp up naturally in there. Oh, and while you're at it, go down there, smash all those buttons down there, like subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the notifications too. It'll do me a big favor. I'll see you next week.